Hello and welcome to E-commerce Expert, making sense out of money, commerce and invest. The global monetary system is broken. It's time to fix it. The world is in a recession, and people are getting worried about their future. It's hard to know what to do with this worry, but one thing is clear: we need to begin thinking about how the global monetary system works and what we can do to fix it. Let's start with a breakdown of how the global monetary system works right now. The global monetary system has been in a state of crisis for some time now, and there's no sign of things improving anytime soon. This is because the current system of money creation and distribution is not working. The system keeps growing at an unsustainable rate, which means that if it continues to operate this way, we will all be left with nothing but worthless paper bills. The current global monetary system is based on three major components: gold, oil, and debt. When you get down to it, these are all just different forms of currency. Gold is money that hasn't been mined yet, oil is money that has been extracted from the ground, and debt is money that no one can pay back because they don't have enough money, at least not enough money in a particular country or region. It's easy to see how these three things could easily be combined together into one single currency. If you had all three of them at once, then you would have supreme wealth. But what does supreme wealth mean? Supreme wealth means being able to control all other forms of wealth. It means having ultimate power over everything else in the world around you. You're basically saying I own everything. And didn't know. The only solution to this problem is to fix the global monetary system so that it doesn't grow out of control and eventually destroy itself. But how do we do that? What should we create now that our economy is in a recession? In my view, we should start by creating a new currency, one that doesn't increase debt or inflation like other currencies do. We need a currency that can help us get through these tough times without destroying our lives and livelihoods along the way. The world has been experiencing prosperity for decades, but now we're facing a crisis that could be even worse than those of the past. How did that happen? And how do we fix it? The answer to both questions is pretty simple: we need a new monetary system. The current one isn't working anymore because there's too much money sloshing around and not enough people using it, which means that some people are getting rich while others are losing out, which makes everyone unhappy and causes unrest among our citizens. So what should we do? Well, first off, let's talk about why this is happening in the first place. It all comes down to our current monetary system, the one that most countries use, which encourages people to spend more than they earn by offering them interest-free loans, like credit cards, or other forms of credit that allow them to borrow money at low interest rates. The solution must be based on a balanced approach, because any action taken will have drawbacks and side effects. If we do nothing, we will continue to see an increased number of recessions and depressions. If we take too many steps to fix the problem, it could lead to another worldwide economic collapse. This crisis is not a new one, but it has been exacerbated by the actions and policies of previous governments that did not understand how our current financial system works. The result has been decades of economic growth that was not sustainable because it was based on debt instead of productivity, and now we are seeing what happens when such debt is suddenly cut off from its stimulative funding source: recession. We need to fix this now before we fall into another depression, and what better time than now? We can start by creating two new institutions, a global central bank, GCB, and a global reserve currency, GRC. The GCB would oversee all international money flows, while the GRC would be held by all countries' central banks as their primary reserve asset. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe to this channel.